What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Cyber Knight's Flashpoint. We have minor things to talk about before we get into the episode, which will be the two-parter of Sibling Breakout. First of which is I forgot to actually go over the new service we got from the recent power play. So if we uncheck the utility program service, here are the things offered by level 4 Rootmaker. It gives you Deception, Disarm, and Sleaze 3. These are all quite great. Yes, even the IO cost isn't that bad. It's only 120. So it's not much more expensive. The AP cost is basically nothing on use, and it's wonderful. These are great. You get a lot of charges. These programs are really amazing and wonderful. Cloak is kind of goated. You do get better versions of Cloak down the line, which can get lower and lower tally reductions. Dragline we'd actually already minted in another life, so this is already fine. And actually, I've realized now that these only cost 120 tally, so I'm just going to buy them. I've already installed Cloak and whatnot, but I'm going to try to replace my current programs actually in my Cyber deck as it's repaired, so that I can fix that up. The other thing that I did is I save scummed hype limit breaks to get loyalty on all three of these characters. So remake whatever, I just got whatever I could get. Of course, she was first in line by having 90 hype, but basically every 6 hours you can theoretically get a hype break if someone's eligible, and so you can in fact save scum for every 6 hours, which is functionally a turn. There is no breaking on it. I literally, you can see by the dates, like every 6 hours I was able to, okay, I got a break, save, go 6 hours, reload, go 6 hours, reload. And so I'm just save scumming for loyalty because the whole point is to generate the shadow sites to have some more content to do. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this updated on the Cyber deck. I believe we'll have enough IO memory to be fine with this one. Yeah, these only cost 100, and these are 120, so it's not going to be... I understand. I'm going to uninstall these. I understand. And I'm going to install Sleaze 3, Deception 3, and Disarm 3, and I should be able to fit these. There's a chance it's like a little bit awkward, but I think it's worth it overall. Move Deception 3 up and move Disarm 3 up. I actually meant to do all this before recording, but I forgot these are only 120, not 140. If they were 140, it'd be harder to fit, but yeah, these, as you can tell, no longer have AP costs to use them, which is nice. They come with extra charges, and so the actual IO per charge is even better from there. Also, Decoy 1 is strictly better than Decoy... Sorry, Decoy 1 Hot is better than Decoy 1. It just comes with 40 IO on top, and that can help, you know, other things look good. One spare slot for Deception. Again, I put in Dragline and Cloak here. Took out a lot of my other level 1 programs. That shouldn't be too taxing. Other thing to bring up is yesterday they announced a community challenge of only going loud, and I figured, you know what, we've been looking for some more ways to add difficulty, and so we're going to do the same thing here. So of course my Wire Ghost is already loud. I replaced the barrel on this SMG. The sniper have not replaced this yet, so let me go ahead and slam this in here. So really fat max range here. We'll see how we can do on this. And then for the Cyber Knight, took the barrel off the assault rifle and added a damage barrel onto this SMG as well. So that'll add a little bit of difficulty to what we're doing here. It's going to be more, you know, more going on overall. Anyway, Sibling Breakout requires both the Wire Ghost and the Cyber Knight, whereas Governance Dust Up does not require that. So we're going to start here, run this as far as we can, because if someone gets hurt, we can't run the mission anymore. So mission planning. You're going to hire my sister. Technical Whiz. Cool. Fair enough. Not going to do anything too special here. We could deny reinforcements. Honestly, it's really inexpensive. The fact that it's only 10k says I'm going to go ahead and just purchase this because why not? And we're going to go ahead and run this two-part mission here. Already grabbed, I believe, the Matrix Snoop. No, it's not on offer, actually. Take it back. Actually, sorry, I'm going to back up one more time, then use the hacking station to make this a little bit nicer then. Can digital coordination. Reviewing all of the security and remote control nodes is kind of nice, actually. I'm going to go ahead and hit digital coordination here to get even more going on. And let's see. Yeah, we'll reveal one node. Tallies, whatever. Damage doesn't really work well with Wire Ghost. 0 IO is not bad. It'll maybe save me... In fact, my AP cost could be really low. I think I'll run the IO flush. That seems pretty decent. And everything else here doesn't seem too spicy, so going to leave it like that. All right, preamble's finally out of the way. It is time for two-part Sibling Breakout. We've maxed out enemy health. We've removed all of our silencers. This is our team, and both of these still need to gain some hype and loyalty in order to divulge Shadow Sight's Katana. Has to go. Remake has to go, so best we can do for getting new content. Let's rock. We're inside the south cargo field. It's half a prison. We got to go in there. There are 2 ways in. We can hack this host to get in. This is skipjackable. There are some things relatively nearby to reach. Alternatively, we can loot a loot box for a blue key and get in right there. There's only 1 loot box on the map, so I'll give you exactly 1 guess where the blue key is. It's right there, by the way. Now, of note, as there are 2 hosts, we have camera, and pressure sensor attached to this host, so making this stretch easy is pretty chill. Other host is here. Of course, it hits that door, and it hits pretty secluded stuff here, so, you know, we can skipjack in, but it's going to be skipjacking close to the host anyway. We have to go through that door regardless if we're going to go that way, so it doesn't really matter, but that's the results here. Now, of course, this gun is very, very loud. Noise radius of 58 meters is kind of a lot. So they've got chem guards, who are just, you know, simple basic guards, 330 base HP. We do have chem docs, who are, you know, moderately tanky. They're about as big as suppressants overall. And then they get the default guard snipers, who have the recent, you know, relatively newly added sniper model. Rifle model, I should say. Either way, for now, we're going to wait for Rhyme to hit the coordinated charge to start things out. To be safe, let's make sure you're not doing anything spicy. I already know you're not, but I've played this mission enough to know the answer. And that's right, I did respec her to use Nest as a damage printer. We'll see how well that goes. Let's see, somewhere around here. Yeah, around here is going to be in sight and skipjack range. And then I will spend my second turn with my Wire Ghost going into the host proper. That'll be the goal here. So I kind of want to know what you're doing to see if I can ambush you. In fact, I'm really tempted. I don't have any other melee characters is the problem. My only melee character right now is the Wire Ghost. I don't know if I want to make this much noise this early. I also really want to preserve E-rifle shots if I can help it. Which really means I have Remake for this purpose. You know what? I kind of want to kill you before you move, because I'm expecting you to run somewhere annoying. So I'm going to debuff you here. And what I'm going to go for, actually, is a couple of delays and yields to allow me to ideally get some actually really good shots off. So, for example, this isn't going to be great necessarily, but, like, if you were to try to shoot this guy, this isn't a very good shot. 17 meters is playable, but not great for that gun. If I run you out to here, I'm floating some AP, but that's 18 meters and 35 meters, which is pretty playable. As far as getting AP back, I do have Recoup. Now, unfortunately, it's printing 3, not like 2 or something, so I'm going to still be off by some number, but I'm really tempted to say, let's just start with big sniping. Why not have line of sight? Oh, those things block line of sight. Ew. Thing is, I'm sure there are guards elsewhere around the map that I'd love to shoot, and so, yeah, so if I'm here, I can't see you. I know from playing the map there are guards over there, but that's 60 meters away. That's not really shootable, although I actually think there's a guard here as well. That's me definitely cheating a bit more. Okay, I'll take one step forward at a time and see if I can figure out a good spot for Nest. Okay, there we go. So this gives me shots on 2 people, which is half decent. I suppose I can go for a Nest and then a move up. This seems okay to me, actually. I'm going to go for this here. So I think we'll be okay, and we'll get what we need. 65 to hit on you. 65 to hit on you as well. This is not guaranteed. Second shot will kill for sure. Problem is, I'm basically, you know, coin flipping that I can get a crit first shot. If I do, everything looks really good. If I don't, it's really sad. Got a crit first shot. Gun was plenty loud. A lot of people heard it, including you. This gives me a guaranteed skull shot on you, by the way. That seems worth it as far as I'm concerned. Actually, how far do I have to go to get shots on these guys? Actually, not that far. I can pretty much straight up use Empty Lung and get in range of this guy, which seems like a pretty good use of action points, all things considered. And actually, if I'm right here, I have a shot on this one as well. Let's see, if you're 46 meters away, my optimal range is, that's not bad. That's actually pretty playable. Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to Empty Lung to here. Have shots on 3 people. We're going to wake up the entire map, it is what it is. But I can get you on the re-hit, I think. And if I go shorter than this, I don't have a shot on you. Be too far away. So yeah, we Empty Lung. Go as far as we can. These shots should be decent, I think. I keep Nest. I'm going to skull shot. It's not the most accurate shot, but I still want to go for it here. There's the crit. Down you go. More angry enemies. I think the sniper is the next step as far as I'm concerned. I am going to be running out of AP. That is a thing to note here. I think simply going for a rapid ready and being more, well, ready feels pretty correct to me. Of note, I do not have revolver range to anybody. That's okay, though. You're going to die. My guaranteed crits say thank you very much. We've only shot so many bullets. There's only so much tally. Still got to kill this guy, who is marker sights, which should make follow-up relatively easy. To be safe, I will delay in case I have to revolver this guy for some reason. I'm going to have you... I can't short yield anymore, actually. So if a remake really fails, I'll have to debuff your initiative, but it'll probably be fine. I would like remake to not waste too many AP. There we go. If I'm here, I'm outside your vision cone. We're going to make plenty of noise, but as long as we kill more guards, Vans show up on their own, and that's going pretty well. There's the crit, there's the shred, and what's funny is I had done things a bit differently and triggered Steamroll at the start. Bubbles would still have 3 AP and be able to shoot people. So, debatably, I did things wrong. This still seems like a reasonable range to me. This looks like I'm going to be able to shoot somebody. I think that's fine. We're going to be plenty loud, but honestly, we're already going to escalate, so why not kill off some guards? There's a nice crit. There's 2 more tally. I'm going to delay so that Katana can do her thing now. The goal is, again, going to be doing a security siphon skipjack. So I've got to be a little bit closer. So if we're here... Looks about right. Right, this looks like that circle overlaps. Yeah, that circle looks pretty good. Okay. Then we siphon skipjack from here. I can always take a step back if I really needed to, but it looks fine. So this should get me to the first host. Do some interesting things to start. Alrighty, if you use a program, damage to the deck. That feels like worth trap keeping. So we unlink the active ice because they're annoying enough. I've got decent armor, but still. No reason to take damage. We take Spectral Dagger first, so that way Trapkeeper does not give us tally. Great. Need to load... Ooh, also it's a relatively docile host. We've got a Boa, which is chill. Raiding Gray means nothing, as far as I can tell. It doesn't affect the HP of ice. We have 4 ice on the node. That doesn't seem to matter either. Boa is how much actual tally you're getting. Boa is one of the easier hosts, so they do force an easier QSec AI. So that part's real, but everything else is, yeah, not too much going on. So let's go ahead and load Sleaze. 0 AP to use it is fun. We're going to go ahead and hack all these that we have. Oh, you know what? Actually, before I forget, I have enough actions available that I'm pretty sure I'm okay to hit the drag line and kill them for longer. Although at this point, no. Like, these are already dead for long enough. This one I would have cared about more, but it's far too late. I'm just not going to go for dragline. Just going to kill these cameras. And the motion sensors around the blue key kiosk, whatever. Relatively small host, all considered. I'm tempted to load decoy. I have 3 Q protocol charges. We have a lot going on here. I don't see a good reason not to bother with this. One real consideration, by the way, is actually... I'm probably going to go for scans. I'm going to load it here. I think everything else I don't really need. I will have enough things to do with pin drop. And every pin drop I can scan and it's pretty safe. I'm going to repair 19 and pin drop plus scans going to cost me 18. So I can look for downloads. I've got plenty of tokens with 13. Holy moly. I mean, this is printing me a bunch. Don't get me wrong. In fact, I almost want to like find a way to waste tokens just in order to... make Q Protocol pop early. There's actually not a reason to do so. Because I don't need more tokens, so no, let's just pin drop. We show up on a data fortress. Let's go see if it's worth downloading everything. Well, I have charges, so... that seems fine. That's all my charges done. Gotta be careful for now on. Pin drop, what do we hit? Manufacturing store, okay, so that's blueprints. I can take these 3, no problem. Okay, let's pin drop again. What do we hit? We destroyed 4 ice here. We're at an SPU. Don't know if this downloads yet. Let's find out. There is. That's mine then. I have 1 more click before I have to do other stuff. Okay, CPU's been found. Then we phantom slide to you. I have enough connection to do 1 more click here. Problem is scan 1 won't give me what I need. So all I can really do at this point, I mean, I can scan because I can. right? It costs me -9 per action, so might as well do it. Second scan will dump me, and I can't, without using deck bending, get anything else back. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw down, like, Phantom Slide just to blow stuff up. This has a lot of stuff on it. I'm going to blow this up too, because it's at least a little bit dangerous, right? Seeing a second row here means there's at least 2 active ice already. So I'll Phantom Slide you too. 7 connection health doesn't really matter. Crash Pad will save me, so I can scan. I believe the scan will actually work. And then I get, you know, fake dump shocked, and we're chilling. So these things are down for a good long time. We are going to escalate. Rhyme can run across the map, which seems like a pretty good use of her time, I think. The entire map will be running toward here. Maybe I should just post up instead then and go for a fight. But that's probably better, right? Especially if they choose to run. Which is honestly decently likely. Let's just be grouped up and... yeah, I think it's going to be decent enough here. And Bubbles is simply going to stand his ground. He'll have pretty good sniper shots overall. There's going to be enough line of sight here. We'll see how it goes. I can recast Nest if needed. Escalation comes in. Orders received for seemingly the entire map, or close to it. Body timers is the escalation. It's only by 1 turn, so we're chilling on that. These two weren't already woken up, so they skipped their turn. And yeah, let's go ahead and let them all do what they're going to do. Looks like we're getting a lot of pending tally from... body timers? Wow. That was a really short timer for both of these. I did not expect that these are all... huh. I wonder if, like, high-level Corpo enemies just have really short body timers innately. I hadn't thought about that, but that's not an unreasonable thing to exist. I'm going to save AP in case I need to use SMG. This could get scary, though, based on how things line up. Because you start making contact, you turn alert, and we get, you know, into a bad spot here. I probably should have moved my knight somewhere safe. We thankfully got pretty lucky. He didn't make contact hard enough, but that was a little greedy of me not to go into cover. Because if he made contact, that guy would have turned alert, and I could have gotten shot. So they're on the way up. We'll see what shots we can get. You're finding corpses, but we can, you know, remove that functional pending tally by killing you. They're suspicious, but my sniper's hidden, so he's got stealth crits for days. Let's wait for the last guard to come up. There's no way someone turns alert. Although, honestly, bubble shooting makes sense here as well. We shoot for the guys who are far away and hard to kill. I don't see anything better than that, so... he's killing very hard targets who have a lot of armor and are hard to kill otherwise. Let's see, 880 and you're 1080, so that's a better kill. And you gotta shoot 3 times anyway, so who cares which one you go for first. 1500 damage crit. Corpse is found. Finally generating enough recoil to be a little concerned. I probably need to replace his legs to give him recoil legs. But we've managed to roll really well each time, right? I had a 60% to crit on this guy, and I got it. And I've had an 80% to hit here, 80% to hit here. And so he's actually high rolled overall, because at a certain point, right, 80, 80, and 60, you're expected to miss one of those, and I'm pretty lucky. So, do I want to sit here where I am? I think yes. I've still got Nest on for several turns. Using the MP doesn't seem that important to me. Rhyme can wait, and we can have you walk on up. You found a corpse. Good for you. You're going to get spotted for this. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can have the rest of my team clean things up for me instead. Let's see. So, I'm going to throw it in look ahead to drop -2 on people. Then I'm going to play for this kill. It's not the easiest kill to go for. But if I go here, I have full auto and basic, which seems pretty good. And I can make Rhyme follow up afterwards, and that seems okay to me. You're going on 19. I'm pretty sure I can preempt that enough. I was tempted to rewind Katana, but I don't really think she needs it. We crit. That's not bad. That is downer, making my job easier. Oh, it gives me recoup as well. Yep, you're gone. You know what? I might as well rewind Katana. She's basically got everything on cooldown right now. Seems like a pretty good use of my space. You guys can... yeah, okay, you're at 18, which is a little early. I'm going to delay. See what my team can do for me first. I think you'll snap in with 2 AP here. Seems just close enough to me. I might just send my soldier to grab this, and my knight... Well, the knight's reloads are expensive. Some dialogue about opening up the host. A bunch of stuff here. Absolutely. Okay, so we are going to go through the paces here. Decoy hot. 3 basic programs. We can still fit data filter or cloak. Figure I'd load cloak instead. Cloak seems better. We're at max IO thanks to the 40 from decoy. Deck Benny to get some back. Do I need 1 dagger? It's got a little bit of value because it will allow Trapkeeper to be painless. But I would rather save daggers for the next host. So let's go do some 0 AP stuff. I've got enough IO to load a couple of things here. Tally, then connection, then connection. That's annoying enough to deal with. Load disarm because I might need it. What are you? It actually, to be fair, it actually might impact how difficult the ice are because we're only seeing baby ice right now. The health is purely based on the power level of the host, but yeah, I haven't seen any scary ice. They added a bunch of scary ice about 3 weeks to a month ago, and that might be what gets affected by gray, green, whatever. Because these are all the low tier versions so far. So damage to cyber deck is going to do a little something. Damage to action does even less. Scan for traps. There is one. If you download, got it. 0 AP is certainly kind of nice. 2 per action. Let's go to 1 per action. Load deception. Go here. What do we got? This stuff. Am running out of AP. I'll take the protection damage. I don't really care. If you exit, got it. Download blocking. Well, I'll take these 2, and then I'll hit this because I can. Why not? Alright, suddenly I find myself really in the mood for getting Matrix AP, because, yeah, we're just getting a lot of downloads per node, and that actually costs AP, so... I can try to look for ways to get more of that, but... Off the top of my head, not sure where I'm going to get a good source of bonus AP. Alright, so I would really like to not waste... I say waste... I would like to preserve uses of the E-Rifle if I can help it. What I'm going to go for here is I'm just going to nest and attack you. I think there's a good chance I can get more shots from right where I'm standing already. I'm going to hit Iron Grip for the recoil control, and then this should look pretty decent. I've got my nice 25% extra stealth crit. I sadly did not get the crit there. That's too bad. You're not quite dead. Sucks to suck for me. Bubbles, and let's see how you rolled. You rolled high enough. This guy, even if you both sprint this way, are not going to get it done. I don't really care. You're going to run up. You might see her, but I think I just put you into cover, and I can ambush. And again, we know Rhyme wins this. We know where you're going, so let's be safe. And we're good for next turn. Escalation is what? Is it more body timers? It's not reinforcements yet, as far as I can tell. It's not turning devices back on. It's timers again. Great. Please keep tanking these and doing nothing with them. I love it. Alrighty, well, these 2 are mine. Data filter does not seem needed, all things considered. This we'd already cleared out, so that's mine. There's likely something of value over there, so let me kill this. Damage to connection, then AP. Well, AP is the bigger concern. Then we'll go here. That's useless. Got it. Well, oh, right. Can't. Spiking CPU is useless? No, it doesn't. It's not completely useless. I have Mirror Walker, which will give me AP and IO, and there's stuff maybe here as well. So let's go here. Let's go here. Scan, spike, Mirror Walker pops, and I get some AP and IO back for funsies. Need passive disruption. Have trap disruption. I'm thinking... I don't think I need a Trapkeeper. Disarm you. What else is here? If you exit, I'm not going to exit conventionally, so these are mine. And that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 download host with these 2 having stuff as well. Cleared. Save the disconnect. And I will wait, but my goal is going to be to run to this guy as fast as I can. Run up to there. And I will try to siphon Skipjack in as well, which I probably can do. Might send the sniper that way, maybe the soldier. Not sure yet, but for now we can simply wait. And let's see what these enemies have in store for us. Rhyme needs to shoot. Gotta be smart about that one. This kill is yours every time. Thank you for savagery. I will Iron Grip at some other point in time. Let's go see what our remaining enemies are going to do. You're only walking. Don't care much about you. You found a corpse. You're going to investigate. You're still going to run. Yep, you spotted her. That's what I expected. I'm going to have you delay still. You're going to snipe. Guess what? You have a 100% crit chance still. All you, buddy. Nice job. All right. As he has no point for nesting anymore. Let's see. So the reinforcement points, by the way, they can come in here. I mean, it's anything diegetic, right? So it can be here. It can be here. It can be here. And then this is a spot. I think that's the only other one. So they're most going to spawn to the backside here, which means Bubbles is not the best one to run over here because he's not going to have great line of sight on most of those. I think it's going to be Remake every time. And I'm tempted to reload here, but I also really want to get away from this crew. If there's a spawn here, I want to get away from that one. You can end for now. I'm going to have Remake sprint for the loot box. I think that'll be fine. I'm low on ammo, but it shouldn't be a big deal. I can find a way to get around all this, I think. These two are going to be a little bit concerning. They're at least real. If I'm back here, I'm pretty safe from movements overall. Can bypass people pretty strongly, I think. And then Katana. Running towards this host means going over that way. You're going to be in a more exposed spot, but I don't think they can combat you. You're going first and are for sure not reaching high ground. If you go this way, I mean, if they both go this way, we're getting spotted, but... Okay. Oh, I forgot. That's one of them as well. That's the last remaining spot. So it turns out it's actually a really chill spot for us. And we're doing okay. Oh. And they have not fixed all these bugs yet. So activating turret... I think it's fixed for next patch. But yeah, so they're gearing up for drone update. They've been working on it for a while. They're getting closer and closer. They mentioned so, right? They updated some of the drone talents recently, but I don't know if it's been... Okay. Yeah, I don't... They talk about on Discord, like, other people have reported having this escalation here. I don't remember if they fixed that in the patch they put out on, like, Monday or Tuesday, or if it's for the next one. But in case... saw a turret escalation. Not sure if it's already fixed. As you can see from the screenshot, I got a useless turret escalation. Either way, that's the thing that's coming up. Excited for it, because as you can see, we're definitely strong enough for the end game. Report goes through. Cool. Escalation activating 0 turrets. Right, so Bubble's going to chill where he is. Rhyme is hanging out there. I'm going to finish this loot grab just so I can get back to my team faster. 7 AP per turn, certainly nice. Decent move speed here as well. There's the blue key. There's a blueprint for one of the top 3 assault rifles in the game. For now, I'm going to wait because I want to know where these guys actually go. You're walking, so I'm not too worried. Okay, you are on the way up. You can't quite see me yet, and you still can't see me yet. You're hunting that way. You're going towards the middle. You actually will probably find the wire ghost. Wow, wait. Oh, you actually got into combat, too. That almost never happens. Wow. Okay, it's really... Also, I'm surprised you saw... Oh, you can see under that. Right, you have, like, direct line of sight or something. No, wait, wow, how did you see us? That's crazy. Alright, well... This became a little bit dicier now. There's some very real combat happening. Bubbles is going to have a hard time getting into the fight, I think. Rhyme, not so much. This should be pretty chill for Rhyme. So Bubbles needs to actually move to get stuff done. I'm pretty tempted to run up here and revolver people, but I'm going to start with Rhyme opening up and going on all E-rifle on people. I don't have the best full auto cone. That is a problem. Well, you're the only one who's alert. I think the play is marker sights you. Go into Iron Grip just so I have all the recoil control I want. Not guaranteed to crit, but the damage is going to be good. There's the crit, which is actually really helpful. Because that gives me recoup, which allows me, although it might be on cooldown. Oh, I don't have run and gun learned anymore, that's right. It still allows me to run here, which should give me a better cone. Which should allow me to hit both of them now. Like that should just work. At worst, I can still shoot at each one individually, but I'm pretty sure I can get both now. Yep, I can get both now. Here we go. 1 down. Not quite a kill, but close to 2 down. Pop slot is literally free. Cast it whenever you can. And in this case here, I guess I might as well save 1 AP, because why not? You die every time. I don't see you not dying here. Down you go. And then stay back in cover. We don't know where these guys are going yet. Let's be in a spot where it, like, pretty clearly feels safe. At this point, the knight can run up. I'm still tempted to do running more so than reloading. We are virtually guaranteed an escalation this turn, so I'm going to guess it's this squad this time. Obviously don't know for sure. Just a simple guess. Alright, Bubbles, you can wait until the very end. Sec AI in the ear. You're finding a corpse. You're finding nothing new. They rolled pretty well, but Rootmaker rolled above that one, so we can actually go for attacks here, and it's not too bad. Your vision cones are not lined up to see me, but I think simply running into range is not appropriate, and I don't mind using a couple of railgun shots here, so I'm going to start with actually attacking. We have a basic guard and a very tanky captain. 500 base HP doubled here on difficulty settings. I've got plenty of railgun ammo, so I think starting it here is fine. Mostly going for the really good shred chance. Make everything else a little bit easier over time. And then you're only hunted. They're alert, but again, Remake is winning on initiative, and I can get into interference spike range to make sure everyone else can do their job, so you're fine here. Bubbles can do something kind of similar. Go to 2 AP. If I go to here... Yeah, I don't have any sniper shots. We're going to go to here. We get 1 revolver attack. I'm thinking Nest makes sense here. Get the combat train rolling. I've got a bunch of stealth crit. Either one, if I crit them, dies, so it doesn't really matter which one I go for. Let's just shoot. If we get lucky, we might get... I think I might have Recoup back. Probably not yet. Well, there's the crit. That was nice. Alright, well, you're at 16. Hey, I was right. There they are. CK should have no problem getting away, though. Reinforcements nearby. Chemdoc, and... I guess the other one wasn't sent because there weren't enough security events. Ironically enough. Okay, if I go to 4 AP, that doesn't really help. I might just go here and it's just reload shoot, and that's going to be fine. I think there's very little to have to optimize for here. Ooh, actually one difficulty is Katana's going after him. I would love to turn this camera off and not generate tally from it. That would be ideal. Anyway, yeah, my best play here is reload then shoot. If I shoot, it costs 2 AP, then I can't reload. If I reload then shoot, I'm down 1 ammo, but at least I can hit this guy. And I shouldn't need more than this, ultimately, because we should have the damage against a basic guard here, right? So if all I do is run forward, I'm really, really relying on my sniper getting everything that needs to be done. But I'm really confident in that. I'm going to put my knight in here so that she is in cover, so that no matter where these guys go, because I can't even look ahead them. Oh, actually, darn, I'm missing tally. I'm sorry, I'm missing enough AP to lower him by 12. Because what I would like to do is drop you enough that Katana can kill this camera first. That would make a lot of things easier for me. So I'm going to run to here. I'm going to interference spike you down to 4. That should make it very easy for Bubbles to delay to 11. Actually, you can just yield. Katana can run to here. AP... I can run a bit farther. I can run to here. I don't think I'll need more AP with what I'm doing. I could be wrong, of course, but I'm going to do it this way. And what I want to do is I'm going to siphon... Well, let's see. So what's funny is I could siphon something different from what I skipjack. Now, almost no matter what I skipjack, I'm probably killing everything during the skipjack turn, so it doesn't really matter what I click. But in case something fails epically, we siphon this, because that's going to see the corpse this turn. So, might as well siphon you, and then skipjack in, and I believe Bubbles gets this kill every time. If he doesn't, we're quite sad, but I think it's really unlikely we fail this hard. But it is possible, right? It is possible to take a bunch of damage for no good reason, just by being greedy. So, siphon the camera. Skipjack. Just in case this is a host with 2 different SCUs. We make sure that it's nothing too spicy. Okay, no, we do have so we have harder ones, right? This is a harder one, and this is one of the more upgraded ones as well. So we unlink for sure. We sleaze every time. We knock these down. We kill all 3 before we think about anything else. And I have some tokens, right, thanks to unlink, which means I easily go, and have some QQ protocol. We will easily go to beyond 10 tokens here, so I'm going to load Double Dagger. I am 1 act away, I think, from... I mean, 10's enough anyway. I don't think anything has enough health to withstand this, so... still though, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, have QQ protocol pop here, so I'm going to load scan. That's me now at 12 tokens. That is more than enough. Pin drop around. What do we got here? APU? I don't mind killing an APU. This seems kind of nice. CPU's been found via the fact that this scanned and nothing happened. So I know where it is. That's nice. I'll go to it later. Let's pin drop for more good luck. Sadly, I didn't get very much good luck here. What went where? No idea. Okay, this is a scary spot. That's a CPU. I'm just going to like Phantom Slide to like random things. And we'll see where it goes. If I Phantom Slide... Yeah, I'm going to Phantom Slide here so I can just like get a bit of info. I don't want to walk, so I'm going to Phantom Slide to you as well. Okay, it's a few nodes cleared. It's nothing too special. Don't have many actions available. Can't do much more else here. It's fine. These things are all gone. APU spike to make escalations take more time. Really can't accomplish much more while I'm here. Well, I have connection health still coming up. I can actually get rid of some ice here. I'm going to go and do this because I can. I have crash pad, so when I lose connection here, I'm just going to, you know, be okay and not get really dump shocked. So it is what it is. All right, Bubbles actually must get this kill now. This seems like a... Okay, it's a literally guarantee. 100% crit chance. This guy's dead. They're going to hear tally or hear gunfire. It is what it is. Nice crit. That's recoup for me. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and wait and see what these guys do, because I might have more to do this turn. Remake has a good roll. That's nice. You're on the way up to there. You're not in range of me. You're making it easier. And you're making it kind of easier. Okay. I do have empty lung, though, so I can set up for this. And ideally, it'd be nice to spend only 1. That's not really possible. If I go to here, 21 meters and 29 meters. That's pretty good for the sniper, right? Yep, that's just fine. I will have to reload manually. That still just cost me 9 AP, which I only have 7. So I get 1 sniper shot, 1 revolver shot, basically, right? That's going to cost me 5, and that's going to be, you know, just, it's going to have to be good enough. I can't get line of sight on more people, as far as I can tell. This guy's just way too covered up. If I had more AP for empty lung, I could try to get somewhere farther out, but I don't have more AP on empty lung. And I get close enough to shoot you, so... Yeah, spend 1 AP to stand here seems decent. Next optimization is what generates less recoil overall then. Let's see. So this generates 46. This generates 12. I think I know my answer. Sniper's in range of both. Sniper kills his captain, no problem, I think. I'm more than overcapped on accuracy. Revolver the Doc, that should work just fine. I'm in a crit for probably 1300. Okay, 800. I was incredibly wrong. Oh, he's not... I forgot to put the good revolver on. I have a level 6 revolver that I just didn't use. I also don't have a barrel. That was part of it as well. I forgot that this is not wearing a barrel because it's on my 2 SMGs. So, a couple mistakes there from me. Regardless, there's the 1200 damage crit I wanted. I have 2 AP to spare. I might as well reload this revolver. We are not going to escalate, as all he knows is some gunfire. And yeah, a corpse, but... You know, there's the +7 or whatever. Which is, yeah, corpse and... You know, corpse and 2 gunfires, basically. Alright. Well, even after, there's going to be no escalation, because we spiked the APU. And we'll be on to phase 2 in the next 5-10 minutes. Let's go ahead and wait. For you as well. We're going to have Katana run right in. That should be fine. You're investigating. You've heard the gunfire. You're pretty much for sure on the way. You've seen me. Not that I care. I don't have to spike this, but I kind of want the free loot still. And I believe you'll snap like this, so... We have not cleared out the CPU, though. Not that we need to, but it would be kind of nice to do something about it. Anyway, decoy. And once again, cloak fits just barely into deck bending. We know a lot of this is clear. I think disarm is worth it, because I'm gonna run through stuff like that. 5 tally, then some connection. Downloads here. There's gonna be traps. What are they? Load a program, download a file. Got it. I lose decoy hot. Okay. Go down to somewhere with 1 per action, which is a lot of stuff, actually. Reload decoy hot. This is really annoying. I'm going to kill you at the end. For now, I'm going to start here, and I'm going to unlink whatever garbage is here. And actually, I need 70 IO to kill... That's a lot of active ice. That's all very annoying. I need more IO to load attack, so I can't get here. Is what it is. This looks pretty chill, though. Damage cyber deck. Scan for traps. Download. Got it. Okay. I do have enough memory to hold attack. I just don't have enough IO to do so. That's fine. AP done for the turn. Holding on some Midnight Glimmer for a future turn. That's fine as well. Killing CPUs is going to be really easy. It's going to require not very much, and I'll get a bunch of AP and IO back for it anyway. So that seems decent enough to me. That's going to be annoying. I'm going to look for a rewind if I can. Don't have a ton of tokens. I will have plus dagger plus unlink, so I can unlink this and then phantom slide this and then figure out the rest later. This is worth clearing as well. That's also going to require some kind of destruction, but I don't have a lot of access to. I'll have 2 phantom slides, so probably phantom... Well, I'll unlink you, phantom slide you is probably the play. Okay. I've got to remember to rewind myself, though. So you're getting this kill every time. That's a guarantee. See a nerd. No one can hear gunfire. This camera, yeah, we can't even escalate here, so I'm not worried about that either. At some point I'll reload, but we're not in a rush. I guess we're not in a rush so I could reload, but I might not even need to reload like during this mission. So run you here, rewind her. She'll use the talents. And there we go. Great. Looks good. Rhyme. Gonna leave her nearby so you can coordinate a charge. At some point this girl's gonna need to get out. Might not be done next turn, so I'll leave you here, and I'll coordinate a charge when we need it. Escalation fakes. Go katana. Take my download. Let's load attack. I do kind of want to reload Deception and Sleaze here, so that I can make use of the IO from spiking this. So Sleaze, attack, gotta do it again. Attack. I'm not going to spike for a sec. I'm going to reload these. Spiking gives me some IO back. Probably was worth it, considering how few charges I had left. Either way, let's load a dagger. Let's go unlink this garbage. We scan, we find a single trap. If you load a program, not going to do that. Active ice here, not a huge deal. I can honestly walk away from this one. I can tank 1 to my deck shield. Let's not waste the... Doesn't really cost me AP, but the charges of deception here. I have multiple phantom slides, but I need to save it for these 2 nodes. We walk and hit this. Unload is annoying. Okay, I'm going to phantom slide you. Whatever was there, it's gone. And then I'm going to go here. Phantom slide you. Door open. Easy breezy. Both hosts cleared. Things that need to be spiked have been spiked. And even if I give you both coordinated charge and pre-computed, I don't think you have the move points to get there. So we're just going to stop right there. For funsies, I will still pre-compute you. Mostly because it means everyone else can already hit evac. Not that it really matters. We're all going to make it out. Well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're waiting for another turn no matter what, so we get the team out. Rhyme for funsies will coordinate a charge. And the only consideration here is, do I want to reload my railgun here for 1 ammo? Because the limited reloads does carry over. But I don't need it. We're fine like this. 8 turns, not bad. Let's go free your little sister. It's time for the prison break. Bust Vala out of prison and extract before off-site security arrives. Will do. Plenty of tally here already. There's our hacker. Our little prison paradise. There's the that controls it. Minor bug here. Okay, so this is, what is it? Sibling Breakout. Dialogue bug in part 2. Doesn't recognize wire ghosts. It's written assuming a hacker or bust, but my wire ghost can definitely do this. This is one of the earliest things that they had put in the game. This was, I believe, in the game when I started playing Early Access, which was like almost a year before release. This is before like even Agent EX was added. It was a good long time ago. And Wire Ghost was like I mean, it's the, single most recent class added. So they didn't manage to retrofit every single thing. But it's why also, like, walking up to the Matrix host, it's like, hey, we can get loot at this host. It's like, yeah, I know. I've been doing hacking for a while. There's interesting things there about, like, hey, tell me how legwork works. And it's like, well, this is not really the earliest legwork in the game. Minor things like that. So anyway, we have some fire comms. I think it's funny that they actually spawned Warner Bron fire comms. That's like in the unit pool for Kemco. So here's the first 3. This map often does swarm with bad guys. Also, by the way, our exits are back with where we came or way up there. And because of loot boxes, and I like loot boxes, we can either go like all the way up the right and then down and, like, you know, grab this on the way up basically. And then come down here, hack this. We could skipjack it through this camera. By the way, you can, I believe, stand here and you can skipjack in from over the wall if you really want to. This also controls a few things. You can also knock down a few devices there as well. Also a useful enough skipjack. But the other consideration is basically, I only have so many sniper angles. And that always makes me sad. So I'm going to probably preempt all these guys. And I think I'm going to choose to go up this way and then come down and exit down here. And just after grabbing, you know, this host. And by the way, this is a hacker. You can use them as a hacker on the first turn, much like with 11th Hour, they're a Scourge and they have Scourge talents at the very start. You can, like, split the hosting, the hacking requirements and then come down. But yeah, I think we're going to make this be our pathing. So we'll grab this door at the end. I actually know from playing the mission, this guy walks right up to here and counts as in cover, which I find very annoying. But I also feel like, you know, letting these guys walk instead of, like, letting them walk just seems kind of correct. The only person who can actually scare me is you. So let's go see and make sure, yeah, you're not scary. I think we just say, look, go ahead and do what you're going to do. Let's try to be reactive instead. I forgot to use coordinated on Rhyme. Yeah, so you now count as light cover, by the way. Minus 25 to hit. Not my favorite, but it is what it is. Coordinated charge the team. Let the last couple of guards go. Katana's at the end, which seems just fine. You're going over there. That seems fine. We already know where you're going, and it's not too far away. Now, I know from playing the mission, but also the layout would make sense, that, like, by the way, there's going to be a lot of guards vaguely around here. And so anywhere you can stand, where you have good line of sight, like up this passageway, is really good. So one example I could try to go for is, like, if I'm somewhere like this, I have line of sight here and all the way up to there. And you're 20 meters away, which is not even that bad of a shot. And so I can try to rely on... I can even stand a little bit farther up, which gives me a little bit nicer line up that way. 18 meters is not the best for the sniper, but it's not terrible, right? It's only -4. And 20 meters away from you, like, both these are pretty playable. I'm going to start with this. I'm going to run up here. You're going to see me. We see some more guards. I'm going to pop nest. And you're 100, you're 100, you're 79. So I think I start with you. I'm not guaranteed it. Maybe I start with you. But once I guarantee the crit chance, we're looking a lot nicer. It's not a guaranteed kill by any means. But I kind of like this as, like, my warm-up attack almost. Got the crit. We take those. That gives me some AP back. Makes a lot of things look nicer, actually. I won't have that many attacks, by the way, because recoil and range both matter a lot here. So we're just going to kind of go for regular attacks. Right? If I fail to crit you, or, you know, if I fail the 6% roll, there's no point in skill shotting or rapid readying. So we just, like, take the shot? Like, whether you, like, if I don't crit, we need a second attack, but I wouldn't get it back because I wouldn't skull shot. And if I did kill you, these kills aren't possible anyway because my recoil's too high. So no matter what, it wasn't worth using anything there. And I can leave him where he is. We can nest or empty like a different turn if really needed, but we're probably fine. Let's go run here. The goal being I can shoot at both of you at once. Difficulty is you're suspicious already. You're alert, and I'm not going to be hidden anymore, so I might not get stealth on you. Because, yeah, I'm spotted, and you're... Nope, you're surprised enough that I'm okay. Crit chance pretty good. Getting a lot of hits here. We got a crit and a shred, which is ideal. That is downer. That is recoup. And that's going to make these kills really nice for me. Not quite dead. You're dead. That is steamroll. That is savagery. And I want to save AR bullets if I can help it. So I'm going to shoot you with this SMG. Am I... Oh, I'm heavily inside optimal. Okay. Is it any better here? Yes. Okay, we'll do this then because... What else is there to do? I mean, I could kill this camera, I suppose, but... Let's just shoot him. Nope. Your body flies out into the ether. Standing here seems safe enough. I don't really care if the camera sees me. In fact, I'm gonna try to double escalate. That'll be the goal, actually. And doing that might be a little bit tough, but I still want to. Let's start with Katana, who could probably actually run into, like, past this camera and go for skipjack. We'll try. I have just enough AP, and that's looking pretty playable. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and basically tank this camera. That's +1. And double checking that, yeah, that's the one thing that's attached here, so siphon you. Grab the loot, although it might have sent me too far back. I hope it didn't. It actually did. You're kidding me. Wow. I did not think that was going to happen that way. I'm going to try to... let me see if I can abuse the 0... Yeah, I can do this. 0 AP movement. Might be a bug, but... I greeted doing it in the wrong order. My fault. So yeah, the only thing that's there is down for a while. If you load a program... Hurts me. Don't love that. So we have active and trap to kill. Okay. Well, we start with the unlink. And then I'm going to dagger no matter what. So I'm going to dagger into Trap Keeper. I've got all this Q protocol stuff going on. So I'm going to start with Cloak to get less tally per action here. And now I'll load Sleaze. Get rid of you guys. Hack the camera for longer, which to me is worth it. I've got all these Q protocol charges. So I'm not in a huge... you know, scary rush here. Okay, second dagger. We're up to 10. That should be enough for everything. So let's load... I'm going to load scan still to get Q protocol up. Just to get more daggers. To me, that's worth it. And now let's go teleport around and go try to find stuff out. Actually, what I could do, and I should do, is reveal the control node locations. This is going to free the jail. And if I ever go to the right spot with pin drop, we're good. Okay, we found the CPU, it looks like. Or no, we found an APU. Sure. Pin drop. What do we got? Looks like downloads. Let's see. Am I worried about much here? I still have 2 more charges Q protocol. I can do this all day. Okay, got to be a little concerned. Now, I'm tempted to go for the double phantom slide, but I think I can pin drop first. And then see how lucky or unlucky I get. Found a data warehouse. Still feel like I'm safe to go for scans. Actually, I gotta be... Okay. We know, by the way, that there are 2 gates here, right? So I have to at least click twice and scan once to open both these up. Which means I need at least 3 actions. Which means by the time I show up here, I need at least... Well, I need at least 18, I guess, functionally, because I have Crash Pad. Okay, I'm chill for a while, then. As long as I have at least 18, well, sorry, at least 10. After Phantom Sliding, right? So, for example, also, by the way, actually, I don't know anything yet. So I'm going to greed. What I'm going to do If I Phantom Slide, I go +3, right? Because -9 plus 12. Which puts me at 10. Actually, I'm gonna Phantom Slide to print a bit more. I'm gonna Phantom Slide here. This was an SPU. Don't care. I'm gonna Phantom Slide here. That... Oh, it's already pre-scanned. I forgot. This allows me to get what I need, which is hack both of them. Are you gonna see... You might see... I don't really care. If you turn alert, it is what it is. We ball. So I'm gonna hack you. Here's a loot box. I care more about you than little sister. It's more important to me. And then I'm gonna get dump shock, but I don't care. Actually, what I can do is deck bending. Get a couple more turns here. No reason... Actually, I'm gonna be out of AP. I didn't even count this. So I can't deck bending. This is my last AP as well. That's fine. That should still work though, right? Yeah, it does. Okay. It's a proper prison break. Give her a weapon. It isn't over. Exits are over there. 1 and 2. So, of course, this was turn 1, and the prison's open. But we can do more here. You're done for the turn. Vala is here. This guy has a pretty good initiative roll. I need to make some noise to double escalate, which seems like a good idea to me. I'm out of range by a lot, and you're obstructed, so I've got to move at least a little bit. If I go here... You technically do have a silenced pistol, which is unfortunate here. What's your range on this Urban Assault? 16. Okay, so basically, if I attack from here, I'm outside your vision cone, so I should only be hunted. But I will have minus to hit. If I attack from here, I'm closer, but I'll be in your vision cone, I'll be spotted. I would rather be hunted than spotted, so what I'm going to do is get as close... Yeah, 19 meters as close as I can get. You guys will hear some gunfire. Hey! I didn't know this would happen. That's so funny. This is my first time actually skipjacking you out of prison, and so... Your sister is right behind me. I mean, that's not even incorrect, but also... okay, yeah. Let's see, this is Sibling Breakout. Sister talks to herself if skipjacked. Yeah. We broke open the prison on the first turn, and she was the first one to walk into the trigger area. Not an important fix, of course, but here you go. Again, what if she's just schizophrenic, okay? What if she's just, you know, the Matrix Slink, you know, did some bad things to her, and, you know, what if, right? Your sister, to be fair, your sister's right behind me is still a true statement. Never thought she could pull it off. And, yeah, right? Your sister is right behind me. I never thought she could pull it off. I'm ready, let's go. Like, yeah. I mean, this is like what's supposed to be said, but... You know, it technically kind of works, but only in a schizophrenia kind of play. We'll have you out of here soon. Yeah, it's a self-pep talk, okay? It's a self-pep talk, trust. Anyway, yeah, you're not the best at this, but I want to shred, so here we go. Hey, we got a shred, great. And then I am technically only hunted. A little worried about the initiative rolls not being good enough for me, so I'm going to hide her. This guy can be really scary, but I can figure out what needs to be done. And the fact that I'm hunted and not spotted is very helpful here. Rhyme can finally play the game. Figure let's grab a loot box while we're here. Make it nice and easy. But there is a very real question of exactly how to play this out. Ooh, these are some nice stuff. This is a very, very, very nice shotgun. I'll have to double check what it actually gives, but it's level 8, so that's got to be pretty nice. The Matchmaker is... I think it's the best craftable Urban Assault. I don't recall ever seeing one in a box, unfortunately. So, but yeah, this one's really nice. It has really good range, and it has, I think, 12 bullets, which is also pretty incredible. So initiative's looking pretty good here. You're going to mineral a 17. I might need to do some weird stuff to make you in a good spot, so I might Problem is, this guy needs to die. Everyone else is going to have a hard time being useful, but this guy can actually get in range to be scary. So, while holding our ground around here is going to be fine, this guy is a real threat, and we have to, like, preempt him somehow. So, I am going to go for, like, throwing pre-compute and throwing bullets at this guy. He's at least shredded, so it shouldn't be too bad, but I'm going to need to throw bullets. And I'm going for the early marker sites to get the cooldown started sooner. Okay, she rolled a 24. We're fine. So, whole map gets woken up. Not a big surprise. Bunch of corpses got spotted. Escalation is what? It's the short body timers. That's fine. Okay, so you're going to be just fine fighting this hallway. I will leave you where you are. Big Daredevil vibes here. Big hallway fight. You aren't going to have the ability to do anything really meaningful aside from... Am I really willing to just rely on soloing this pre-compute? I think I am. I think... I should be willing to interference spike you as well, so that everyone else can act if absolutely needed. If it goes completely terribly. Am I in range anyway? I am, okay. Just get interference spike now. I'm going to throw... I don't need to throw that down. Realistically, that doesn't matter at all. Okay. You're going to delay. Rhyme will do what you can here. As much as stealth critting would be fun here with Nest, I don't think it quite makes sense here. It will give me the crit chance to feel pretty good. I guess it would be if I'm willing to rely on Rewind to get Nest back. What I can do here is really, really try to guarantee this kill with Nest. Because if you're not going to die to a single set of shots here, right? I'm going to go here to start. No matter what, I'm going here to start. And then this isn't a kill first shot. And if it's a kill second shot, I'm out of AP. And if I never crit, I'm in a really, really sad way. So I'm going to Nest here to give me way more crit chance. Like enough where it's like, I have some actual crit chance. Oh, let me also Iron Grip before I forget. And that should allow me to get Recoup going. Now the question is, am I willing to let all these guys just kind of walk up to me? The answer I think has to be yes, because what else can I do about this? If I hide here, it's fine. I'll be down 1 AP eventually, but we need to let these guys filter in. And I can't stay in the open like this, right? One turns alert, and then it goes really badly. So, yeah, we nested for a single kill, but to be fair, this is like about it. Well, it's pretty close to as much damage as Crosshair Lock gives, and it's got a 5-turn cooldown. And it works for more than one attack. Like, Nest is kind of great. So for now, you're going to stand here. It's not the best, but it's fine. You have a million initiative. All right, you're investigating. You're almost snipeable. You will try to get in at some point. You're almost snipeable. I can empty lung if needed. I have spare move points. It'll be fine. You're on the way up. You should not be able to be truly... Wow, you were going far. You are fast. That's farther than I thought you would go. Still, though, we're fine here. Now, pretty much every guard's going to go. You're only walking. You're running. Don't have the best E-rifle set up yet. That's okay, though. You've got to go that way. We didn't open the other door. Let's see. So I want to get shots on you guys. I would like to shred as much as possible. I think being spotted is fine here. I think we go here and shoot, and it'll be okay, but not great. We're shredding. I mean, to be fair, it's a pretty good shred chance per bullet here at around 30%. And we're hitting 3 plenty of the time. Not all the time, but plenty of the time. We'll just hit you, because what else is there to do? Ah, wasn't even a glance. Good job. You're good at this. Katana should go late if she can. Let's have Bubbles go. Bubbles not have range of more than one person. This is a guaranteed kill. I would like to empty lung you to a spot where you have more than... Yep, I want to give you all 3. It's going to be right here. Let's kill the hardest ones first. So, empty lung to here. Nest is still on. These kills are all guaranteed as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to skull shot you. I'm going to skull shot this guy. Yeah, I mean, I'm critting for triple damage like every time here. That is 3 AP back. And also Recoup AP back. I forgot I was going to get Recoup AP, so I really don't need anything more here. Maybe I should have switched the ordering here. That is a 2,000 damage crit. And then for funsies, actually I don't need to rapid ready because I'm spending my AP on reloading anyway. So there's no point in using up talents when I'm going to have to reload no matter what. Not bad. Katana can now rush towards the host. Won't make it quite yet, but obviously still a good use of her time. And suddenly these corpses once again go undiscovered. And there's a bunch of new body timers. Let's see. Okay, I'm curious about something, right? So I'm seeing a bunch of timers, right? Some are current turn, of course, that's fine. But these corpses are 3 turns. Like almost every guard I killed was on a 3-turn timer. I'm curious if it's actually like the description is off, or instead of subtracting the timer by 1 turn, it's subtracting it to 1 turn, and like it's just the wording is off. I'm going to leave you where you are. I don't want to waste... Well, I could spend E-Rifle reloads. I've got a bunch of them. We're going to likely get an escalation of reinforcements. Katana's actually been in the open, which I don't love. Although you're going later than her, so it's not that bad. I think we take the reload here just because that'll work out, I think. Let's see what the escalation is. It's not reinforcements. There's very few devices that are off. So, reducing body timers by up to 1 turn. And what that does it send their timers... Yeah, okay, interesting. So this is a new bug. Okay, cool. Bug, medium prio. Reduce body timers by up to 1 turn is inaccurate. It's setting body timers to 1 turn. It may be intended that Corpo Sec AI reduces timers all the way down to 1 turn, but that's not what the text is saying. It's implying -1, not set to 1. And jump talk real quick, that's what it says. Yeah, reducing by up to 1 turn. Yeah. Okay. Could be a tooltip bug. Again, I think it's actually very reasonable that high power, like, Corp Sec AI more aggressively, like, curtails body timers on escalation. I think that is completely fine from a gameplay perspective. It's just not what the tooltip says. You're fine where you are. You're fine where you are. You're too far away to threaten me yet, although it's going to be close. Remake, I think, is honestly fine where she's standing as well. Sitho, I think, is also too far away to be threatening yet. Does someone need rewind, by the way? I think Katana makes it every time. It's actually kind of close. I think I want to... Let me double check her talents real quick. Everything's on cooldown, but I don't think it matters. I'm going to rewind... I'm going to rewind both of you, actually. So I'm going to rewind Katana, just to give her a bunch of talents back. I'm also going to immediately rewind Rhyme, so that she can coordinate a charge and really make sure that Katana goes where she needs to go. The other scary thing, though, is actually... Ooh, I delayed remake too far already. So, Vala is extended. Overextended, rather. Now, thankfully, Sitho's too far away, but you're going to turn alert for sure. You're thinking too far away. You probably can't share status and get in combat either, but it's kind of close. So, small oopsies here, in my opinion. Of course, she makes it. She has plenty of bonus move speed, but I'd be probably down 2 AP if I didn't play it this way. So, we're doing this for the loot now. That's annoying. Connection damage doesn't really matter, though, so I will simply tank this. Decoy, and finally Cloak. And then Deck Bending. And then Disarm, and then Let's Go. Do I want daggers? I might not need daggers. No, I have a bunch of Phantom Slides. I'm going to take dagger. I'm going to Trap Keepers and stuff at some point. 5 tally, 10 connection, can't connect, -1 HP doesn't matter. Only have 1 active ice here. I'm gonna load... Honestly, I will just tank the hits here. Yeah, it's not that bad. This is ignorable entirely. We tank it, it's fine. I have Q protocol. AP, then connection. I know the order I'm doing this in. Okay, here's an SPU that I cleared already. Downloads are gone from here. This has already been opened. I know the CPU is right there. I want to hit it a little bit later, once I actually have all the tools I need. I'm at only 4 tokens, so Unlink and Trapkeeper aren't enough just yet. Yeah, I don't want to unlink this early on. I have to run through them again. AP is not that big of a deal. Damage to deck is not a big of a deal either. Timber Rattlers are pretty rough, right? They're you know, orange tier QSEC. I will 1, 2, 3. Scan for a trap. Trap is if you load a program. I'm going to have to load programs here, so I will hit this. Scan the neighbors. Okay. Download, and the AP is what it is. Still don't want to unlink this if I can help it. Honestly, I should be more willing to. Problem is I have no rewinds left, and I'm probably fewer than 4 turns away from my next hack. Well, it's close. I am pretty tempted to unlink this. That would allow me to Phantom Slide the CPU, but I don't need to Phantom... Well, I kind of want to, though. Okay, if I do this, right... Yeah, okay, let's just do it. Let's unlink this. And then, let's see... I don't have anti-passive yet, but I can go here and spam Trapkeeper a few times. It's actually... Oh, this gives me IO and AP. It's actually kind of nice. Oh, I can't. Right, okay, I'm gonna... Do I want to Phantom Slide this? I'm going to. It's not the greatest, but... I get to move. Okay, there's 1 ice left that isn't dead yet. I'll have to load stuff next turn anyway. Yeah, it didn't really save me much time, because the traps are all dead anyway. Alright, that was, not the greatest turn, all things considered. Is what it is. It's fine. You're still done for now, and... we'll generate tokens some other way. It is what it is. Alright, here we go. Guards can run. You're not getting around that corner yet. Bubbles is still fine where he is. You're getting around the corner. You're going to see Vela. Oh, he barely... Wow. He barely didn't see her. That's actually huge. That means Luco's useless. Let's go ahead and let him be useless. You're also walking. That's really free. Sorry, Vala. Her name is Vala, not Vela. Might as well wait. I'm not in a rush here. You're running, but not around the corner. Let's let Bubbles get his kill. That's still going to be a kill. Oh, wow. He's tanky enough to not get one shot there. You know what? Fair enough. I'm hidden. I'm losing most of my talents next turn. And Quiet Kill will be back up, but Fleeting's going to be straight up down for a while. So, won't have Fleeting for a bit. I'll have to get the kill first to get Quiet Kill back. Rhyme needs to keep waiting. These guys are going to get pretty far up. It's going to be somewhere like here. It's going to be safer. If I'm here, they might turn to the right. But if I'm down here, I think I can't get spotted. That should be safe. This will be our killing floor. You can reload. And also hide somewhere pretty safe. Here, hide in this jail cell. You're good at that. You've already reloaded. This is cover. I'll be very safe here. No rush on pre-computed. I think we're just fine as we are. Rewinds down for a good long time. And we are flanked. Okay. That'll be a good bit of spicy. Escalation is fake activating turrets. Interesting there was only one permutation for sec level 12. It would... Also it... Oh, interesting. It's like naming it activating turret, but it's just doing reinforcements. Or if it can't spawn a turret, it just spawns reinforcements. I couldn't tell you what. I think jumping these guys makes sense, although I can also interference spike if it's up. It is. Okay, they can just hard lose their turn from interference spike then. And I can delay to 15 first. And that would also be safe. So yeah, for now, I can chill, make him lose a turn, deal with more of them later. Katana is going to be close to done. I think I want to go up to 8 tokens and see what's going on. It's going to make the other host a bit more annoying to deal with, but it is what it is. We already know this is CPU, so Phantom Slide this. Ice all destroyed. Reload scan. And then we need anti-active for this last little piece here. Didn't have to kill that because it was, you know, connection health, but still. This is download, download, and download. Kill all 3. And one last node to deal with, which has at least 1 trap. Download and load a program. Okay. That is the host cleared out. We'll look for the second host and then keep scouring the map. You can disconnect safely. Only 1 AP. For now, I will have you wait around. I believe I cannot... Yeah, I can't skip check into this or anything. If I had skipjack range, which I am increasingly tempted to grab, it would be a little bit different. Okay, I think no matter what, I'm always interference spiking you guys. It's just too good not to do this. And also because it carries over next turn, they also just can't roll well enough to matter on the turn after. I will say, this is a really good checkmate for reinforcement waves. I think it's still not like super top tier. I mean, Tactical Surge is frankly kind of overpowered, but this is pretty great. I think I disrespected this talent a little bit, and I really like it. It's pretty clutch, and it's basically a 2-turn stun. Not a full stun, but it is like almost a 2-turn stun on reinforcements. It's a 1-turn stun, and then the second turn is often they're just useless. So I do quite like this. Alright, here you go. You're going to stop here to investigate. That makes some sense. They also seem to have fixed the chain spam of Soldier Down, which is good. So not a guarantee here. I should wait still until everyone has whatever they're doing. I've also got to make sure Bubbles rolls well enough to like go early next turn. That shouldn't be a big problem. Still has Nest. Still have relatively easy kills. I will try to use automatics to start, and then pick off what I didn't get with automatics afterwards. Because I do want to get my strong value out of all my automatic weapons here. So let's start by... And there's no min-range on these, by the way. Yeah, min-range is 0. So I'm going to go here. If I aim at you... Probably going to hit only you two, actually, because you're a little bit too far away for it to be good. I could aim at... Yeah, I think this is fine. We hit these two, and then we figure out the rest later. Let's go hit fewer targets. I don't want to hit that guy at 30% to hit. We're getting the crits. We take those. You're unshreddable. Honestly, I think running forward might even be better here for you. I think I actually want to do that. Your gun's not that good. You got the shred. That was like the big high point. And that's good enough. Katana, I think, simply runs forward. It's fine. Remake has to be a little cautious because there's some very real gameplay considerations. Let's see. Rhyme... Yeah, Rhyme can go here and shoot these two. I think we get these guys with a CK. I'm going to aim on you. That way we have a nice like centered location for the very likely trigger of Downer. There's Downer. I'm now going to move up to get line of sight on both of you. That's going to make this pretty solid, I think. I've already interference spiked this group. They are useless. We basically can't roll too low against them. We go full auto. Crit but not a kill. Kind of sad. I think running up here is fine. I'm always going to beat the other reinforcement wave. And I think, actually, no, I would like to see if Rhyme can make things go better, because I might clean this up. I want Rhyme to get, good full auto going. Also wouldn't mind some, snipes, but that's a bit harder to get to. So yeah, I want to go here. They're both going to see me. There's a chance I don't get seen for long enough for it to matter. It's almost certainly not going to be true, but, like, it's not like I'm really wasting any AP doing it this way. Yep. Is spotted. They're both alert. There's no special shenanigans here. There's no stealth crits. I can get pure damage upgrade from Nest, but I'm going to save it for a turn that's more important than this one. Actually, I should really E-rifle. This is what I'm using this gun for in the first place. Good shred. I should get... Yep, I get recoup back. And I'm going to save ammo, because this guy is actually killable like this. Down you go. And look at that. You're back to hidden. You're going to be up here. I'm going to move Bubbles now so we can be out of this location and not worry about it anymore. At least not for a while. Remake can... Honestly, I feel like reloading actually makes sense here. Stand up there. And the whole team's going to go this way. We will grab whatever loot boxes we can along the way. And... yeah, grab this. Probably... I will try to solo this host on my hacker or wire ghost, and then most everyone else goes this way, grabs these three, opens the door, and gets out. Because I have the blue key already from the prior level. You were allowed to go this way instead. Okay, that's a real escalation. fair enough. Got to make sure I'm in a good enough spot where I can catch people. Keep saying activating turret, but it's really reinforces nearby. Might just be a, like, badly, like, referenced string. That can definitely happen. Or, like, reinforces showing up as the failover. I couldn't tell you which one's which, but you guys can get close enough. If you're running, you will see my knight just barely. But I think where Vala is pretty safe. And as for you guys, getting to around here is pretty normal. So, like, we basically need to get, like, around this location, and we should be fairly safe. So, Remake moves, Vala, and, I mean, Katana should move. You almost make it in. There's nothing to really skipjack here. I think being in the room is fine. You'll be invisible, and actually what I could do, Vala has 2 hits of packet loss. I can kill both these to generate less tally. It's pretty good use for action points overall. Now, delaying you to... yeah, this is fine. Okay, delay you to 12. Rhymes are in a good spot. Remake does need to move. I will put you here, which should be fine. These guys, I don't think, can generate vision and shoot me. Still want to save AP for, like, getting to here then shooting. So, got to be a little bit coy. Bubbles, I think, is fine where he is. I don't think he gets spotted. I'm willing to take that risk. Vala should be able to pretty easily go for a double packet loss. And make this part a little bit nicer, which I think is worth it, personally. This one less so, it's only 1 tally, but this camera's going to hit a lot of people, I think. Won't do much else with their time, but I think that's okay. Katana is simply going to play for getting into the host. I think that is acceptable for her as well. Getting over there should be invisible. I don't think there's going to be line of sight for anything, and there's no known intruders here. Oh, I put Rhyme's initiative in a bad spot. 10 is not ideal here. I should have thought about that and looked for a yield somewhere. That's my mistake. Can I get around this? Not at all. Alright, well, we reload the SMG, and we stand somewhere ready to fight next turn, I guess. You started rolling really well. We've got to really kind of play this out. Okay, I'm tempted to go here. This spot should also be pretty safe. Even here is probably okay. This spot feels safer. If I'm here, there's no way to get line of sight. I'm very far from these guys. I'm not willing to risk that. That's not possible. But if I'm here, I think it looks okay in the future turns. I can always pop slot a future turn. It'll look okay. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Are you running? Yes. It's still as far as you go, though. Okay, Remake is at 8. I can slow you guys down again. But I might just... ooh, I need to actually bank enough AP that I can do stuff next turn. I think I'm going to basically go... let's see, what do I min roll? I don't min roll all that well, actually. I don't have perfect information. That's I don't like having imperfect information. Okay, the plan then is going to be go here, kill this camera, and then pre-compute myself, which will allow me to, you know, I'm also going to throw look ahead back here. This will allow me to go first next turn and divvy up the battlefield as I need. You're walking. You can see how far they go. Bubbles doesn't get a whole lot to do either, unfortunately. I have only 1 pre-compute charge available, which is, you know, that little bit scary. You're going to min roll like a 21. You guys are still kind of real. If I really expect no one else runs fast enough, I could literally stand here and it's fine. It's a bit of a risk, but I think it actually low-key might work. Like, you were... wait, were you walking? No, you were walking. If these guys run, it's worse. Okay, I should stand somewhere safer. Or am I really willing to risk this? I'm not willing to risk this. That's stupid. Well, you're going to be at bad ranges for a lot of this next turn. Revolver will be decent. And if they all... oh, they... yeah, so you're running. Which actually went to a very similar location. Wait, was the first guy running too, or am I griefing? I mean, this feels like roughly 6 AP running, right? If... so normally running is about 2 tiles, so 1, 2, 3. Front of the room is 3. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so they ran like normal running distance and got here, which is fine. That's what I expect of them. Vala is done. Has the reason to go early. I would like to shoot these guys and use whatever tools are needed to make this look nicer, so Yeah, I'm going to run to here. And then try to crouch to a spot where I can shoot them both, but I can't. That's still fine, though. This is still, like, a fight. This seems playable to me. She did not roll well on initiative, unsurprisingly. No escalation, but it's go time. So, you guys are fairly real. And Rhyme is going really late. So I've got to either... Yeah, and you're going on 20. So it's got to be... Rhyme has to be faster, not everyone else is slower. Do I have Downer? Yes. Okay, that means... Well, actually, because I have... Let's see. So getting a kill would be nice for Savagery. Just critting it all, though, is Recoup plus Downer, which is good as well. I think I honestly just... Well, but also I would like Rhyme to shred. That way, these kills are a little bit nicer. Yeah, let's start with Rhyme shredding. I think we... Nest... The Iron Grip. Game already tells me I can shoot at 3 different people. Well, 2, whatever. That's going to look really good. Crit chance is solid. Yeah. That was really solid. Pop slot is free. Might as well use it. SMG seems pretty reasonable here. You're dying to single target, so I guess I'll single target. Down you go. Cool. We'll see what you eventually do. You guys are... you have a chance of being really threatening. This guy doesn't, but... I'm going to have you wait and go for the primary kill. I might send Vala to grab the loot box. That seems to make sense to me. Move the knight to here, which seems pretty safe, all things considered. I can go here as well, which allows me to ambush these guys. I kind of like this. This spot is well protected, and I can ambush. And this guy can't really be threatening. I'm going to do similar for Bubbles here. I will probably be able to find a pretty good set of nest attacks. Here we go. Soldiers found. You're in a bit better cover than I would like, but it's not the end of the world. You're already done. You're doing nothing. Okay. You're finally on the way up. This is probably going to be my soldier getting the kill again. I have enough magazines to not be too worried. Let's have Katana start doing stuff. That seems fine. Let's go. She's by far the better hacker. Alright, here's our thing. I do have IO buffer as leverage, by the way. Also, I should double check that I should use this leverage at some point. Still, I do not have deck bending this time. Okay. So I'm just going to be capped out here for now. I will try to refrain from using these things otherwise. Let's see. Damage to connection doesn't matter. Do that one towards the end. Let's go down then up. Doesn't... Well, if I start going up, I think it's less backtracking overall. Like, this feels like it's backtrack central. And this node is for... Well, actually, so here's the other thing. This node, right, so some combination, right? This node or this node is skippable to get into the middle ground here. Both these nodes are skippable, though, to go up here. So I can either skip both these nodes or only one of these nodes. Which means there's no reason to go top, because I can ignore both of these, assuming they're both bad. Don't know for sure, right? But... It's a... Okay, this is a pretty tame sec AI, so tally is my least important thing to deal with. That's a little bit annoying. Triple active is probably just an unlink and go. We're just not going to use deck bending anymore, and it is what it is. Yeah, I think we're just going to deal with that. It's fine. Go here. Unlink. Scan. Find the trap. Trap keeper you. Great, what do we have? Do I care about knocking these devices down? A little bit. This is actually relatively chill, all things considered. I did actually get IO back as a trap keeper, so... We can actually get stuff done here. So, yeah. Let's go knock things down. Why not? Damage reduction. Okay, well, clearly you first. Reload. Sleaze. Let's go kill all 3. Seems fine to me. There is active ice here that I can't destroy. So I'm a little bit done right now. Yeah, there's no... Well, I can bet on a trap being there, and if it is, I can load stuff. I'm willing to risk this. Don't love that. Trapkeeper worked. Ow. If you take any action, lose AP. Yep. Okay, Trapkeeper you as well then. That was not ideal. Got a lot of IO back though, which means I have AP to keep doing stuff. I took a lot of stress here, though. Because that was a stress roll every single time, which was not nice. But I do have quite a lot of tokens now. I have 9 from everything else happening. So let's see. This is Tally. Nah, I don't care about Tally enough. We'll let this happen. I care about AP more. I lose that. It's not the end of the world. Drop you. Load decoy. Still have 20 AP left. A lot of stuff there. I am pretty tempted just to throw down a pin drop here. I've got enough tokens that I feel fairly confident. I'm not for sure one-shotting things, but I want to see what I can hit with pin drop. Okay. Well, as I said, I'm not fully confident. We don't get quite what we needed. -1 shield means nothing at all. So, sure. Okay. There's the scan, and we see that the CPU is right here. I have a Phantom Slide, and I know that I know next turn I have Spectral Dagger, so I'm going to just Dagger next turn, and then kill this, and then keep going. But I guess, you know, ultimately, I took some stress, but I got through a lot of extra spots by being able to generate a bunch of IO and AP from Trapkeeper, which was pretty worthwhile. But yeah, you kind of just need 10 tokens to get through PL10 hosts. I don't remember if I've ever seen health above 130, but it's certainly higher than 117 in some cases. Still, pretty good turn. I think waiting you out is reasonable. You're going to come reasonably close, but you are quite revolverable, I think. I'm going to have you go last. Let's have you try to get some kills. I sadly can't nest anything, so this is going to be basically normal attacks here. I can't keep nest up. Still seems good here. I believe I already Iron Grip at the start of the turn, so nothing too special is going on in that one. And I'm at least glancing, so it's probably fine. Down you go. Let's hit our leverage for no reinforcements. I remembered. That's hype. I'm going to run you up here, and you're going to try to help fight these guys in a future turn. I'm going to be able to win initiative. I'm not worried about it. Do I want early marker sites? I do. I'll marker sites the tankier one, since you'll be harder to kill overall. Okay, so I can get you to you. Yeah, okay. If I go to here... If I go to here, I have you both in line of sight. It's the best I've got, so yeah, we just send it. It's not the greatest. I'm for sure spotted. But we get decent damage. We get a crit. We get a shred. That does give me recoup. I thought I had recoup. With them both shredded, they're dying here. We're close enough to it. Someone can clean that up. That's savagery for me, but nothing else that I can do with my time. You're good and far away. Don't care about that. But it does mean that Bubbles is going to have no problem cleaning up. I don't know how it would fail this. If I go from here, he'll lurch out, which means he stays hidden for the attack, which means I get 25 to hit. And I get my stealth crit up. And that gives me a bunch of my buffs here, actually. It gives me savagery, quiet kill, fleeting, all that fun stuff. We actually managed to undo all of the tally because they're all dead. Everyone who saw anything is gone. You know, as long as you do enough damage, it's actually still a stealth playthrough. If no one can report to the Sec AI, nothing happened. I know they, this is, well, we're getting a lot of these now. This is just like, this is what exists at the top end of the loot spectrum, basically. Orders received. Yeah, you sure? You sure? Anyway. I think I was trying to say, what was I trying to say? Oh, they had discussed shooting out cameras as a thing you could do, which, like, makes sense, you know, in world. But I think they had, it felt like they sort of decided, like, the gameplay wouldn't pan out all that well. Because it like, really devalues a lot of classes, which I actually kind of agree with. I'm kind of happy with what we have right now. Okay, damage to deck is less important than my AP. Scan per second trap. What is it? If you download. Okay. Cool. So, I'm going to try to get lucky with pin drop. Great. I have nothing else to do, so I might as well Phantom Slide, and I'll Phantom Slide the more difficult of the two nodes, because why not? And then I can scan to see traps. I need anti-passive for this guy. What do we have? Download, exit, and downloads. Alright, great. Look at that. Host cleared out. Only 4 sets of downloads, but still felt pretty good. Safe disconnect. I can run her here if I want to. Or you just walk with the team. But our goal now is to run over this way. Let's let this guy have his turn. Here you go, buddy. What you got? Okay. I have coordinated charge up relatively soon. I'm going to send the whole team this way, just because there's no reason not to. Keep the guns around. You can run for whatever's going to be most out of the way. It's probably this box, actually. That's probably the most out of the way. I've got a few turns still from the skipjack. I think we knocked... No, from conventional hacking, right? Yeah, we've got a lot of time on these. Okay, I am 1 turn from coordinated charge, which means really I want to buff people who are lagging behind. I'm going to yield and have remake. I'm going to... Oh, I can't buff Vala right now because I don't have the ability to do so yet. Katana and Vala are pretty far behind right now. I would want to give +1 move point on the same turn they're getting a bunch of plus move points from coordinated charge. So I'm thinking something like... we have to move Katana to, like, here. Give her pre-computed. Have Rhyme take, like, 1 step, then coordinate charge the group. Actually, there's no reason to have her take a step forward. This guy's a little bit annoying at 20. I don't like that he's at 20. Might have to ambush him, honestly. Alright, whatever. I'll just stay right here. I'm in a good enough spot to ambush. It's fine. I'll reload, because I'm here. Maybe I should not have run bubbles for the same reason. Let's see. If you go to here, are you within 10 of each person? 8.4. 10. Okay, if I hug the wall. 9.38. 9.32. Okay, so I can coordinate a charge from turn start here. Giving them both +2 is not enough, but with come out with pre-compute, Katana goes ahead, and I can just boost Vala straight up. This seems fine to me. Reload because I can. Leave the ear for where it is. Only have 2 more spare mags left. She rolled, I think, well enough. I didn't quite see what it was. Skip over the escalation call. It was reinforcements. I'm not surprised. Coordinated charge hits enough people. I don't care if it hits the CK. It does not. I don't care. It's fine. Whole team can ignore these guys now. I do not need to care about combat. We're going to outrun them. No point slowing ourselves down. Bubbles will take his detour here. Yep, you're easily in range of that one. We could open that jail cell if we wanted to. There's no reason to, though. Solid enough armor blueprint. Sure, you can stand there. Camera's still down for a bit. Remake is now going to go pre-compute Vala, who is not going early enough. I'm going to delay partially. I'm going to go to, like, here, which means I'm easily not spotted by him, but I'm, like, in range to use tools if needed. Vala's going to go and just straight up sprint. Let me try to latch you to a wall or something. There we go. Got a few pixels. Hype. And we're looking pretty good. Go as far as you can go. No reason to skip jack. Tally doesn't really matter anymore. We're already well past the cap of how much heat you can gain in a mission. It's around like sec level 7 or something. Well, gaining 7 sec levels over what you started with. Yeah, you're investigating like, well, you've got a lot of death on your hands. And you're like, my entire crew is for sure dead. I have rewind next turn, which means more coordinated charge probably. Makes the most sense to me anyway. That is not a terribly useful reinforcement spot. They can hear footsteps over the wall. The thing finally ran out, so it makes sense. Yeah, no reason not to drop coordinated charge first. So let's make sure you're within 10 meters of... Yeah, you're not yet at 10 meters of Rhyme, so let's put you... If you're here, you're in range. Great. Delay. Rewind. Here you go, Rhyme. Yield. Coordinated charge. And I would like to turn this corner just in case you somehow sprint to here. I don't know why you would. We have no events here. I think Rhyme's my current fastest person. It's actually probably the Cyber Knight, to be honest. No, she's faster because Cyber Knight burned 1 AP. And she's been rewinded for move speed, so... This is likely ideal for you. Woo! Yeah, I'm glad I looted these. I mean, of course, crafting is off limits for me. Well, crafting the weapons are, but... Yeah, this is a great payday. Okay, you're behind the corner enough that I'm not worried about it. Katana, I'll move a little bit. I'll put her here, and then... These guys should be getting out of their spawn location. Bubbles gonna take a straight shot. We'll wait. Alright, so what are you doing? Not going close enough, it looks like. Finding plenty of corpses. These are all new for you, so that makes sense. And then, let's see, you're at 9. So I've got to make sure I'm delaying. Yeah, no one's at like 10 or 9 or whatever, so they all get to go. You're going over there. Basically just want them to not hear footsteps, right? And no reason to generate another escalate if I can help it. Do have scramble, can knock this down no problem. That seems very reasonable to me. You do have 7 permanent AP, so you're going to be pretty good at just getting to places. There we go. Snap to the wall. And we'll see how close Katana and Bubbles get. But at least Valo's running pretty fast, which is good. Yeah, quite the nice payday, that's for sure. And I just say, like, this map always gets really bloody because you can sneak in and out of here, just barely. It is doable. But the map is so compact, it's very easy from your gunfire. They just often do, and so that just happens. I feel like I almost never play this mission quietly. I basically always end up getting in that kind of situation. Yeah, so it looks like it fails over if it can't spawn a turret to just spawning enemies. Just, again, I think that's fine. Remake's the best one to grab this. Can you make it out this turn? Probably not. Probably decent enough. Oh, I have to open the door still. Right. Let's wait. Bubbles, do you get this? You get it pretty efficiently, actually. This will possibly snap. We'll see. Not quite. Okay, I will have someone else do it who doesn't have to waste almost like a full action point to get there. Like you. Barely costs you anything. Door is open, and I mean, no one's remotely here, so we're just going to kind of send it and not think about it too hard anymore. You're kind of nearby, sure, but again, I'm just gonna send it. It's gonna be fine. Alrighty, well, managed to make another roughly 2-hour episode, because of course I did. It was a 2-parter, to be fair, but I can't help myself from, you know, going after all the Matrix hosts and getting all the loot. It's so many accounts, so many file sets. Next playthrough I do, I'm gonna try my hardest to really, like, coordinatedly push Dr. Ash and give her all the Doctor Power plays. Because she charges less for things and generates free favors, it should be relatively easy as soon as I hit PL3 to get her on onto Power Play. She doesn't buy every kind of account and file by any means, but with how many are generated now, it shouldn't be that hard to get her there. We're also not going to escalate. It's great. Don't care what the sick AI is doing. We're clearly chill. I think that is like the slightly optimal way to play. A lot of that is, you know, force power plays onto the Doctor who's going to charge you the least. Like, for example, both Taylor Stryzek and Vertigo charge extra for their services, and they're the ones who got the 2 power plays, which is kind of, you know, not ideal, right? You're going to sit tight. Welcome home, little sister. Can't believe you came. Welcome to the big time. A slow down there. I'm going to delay just so we can kind of chat real quick. Tuckmore's Saloon. Plenty of XP gained. Wow, the baseline was 600. That, well, baseline was 538 because it was a story mission, and then 1.5x because it's a 2-parter. So huge XP gains there, and then decent bonus from handling. So yeah, it's... Wait, is she really not gain a full level? Wait, how would she... Wait. Are we actually at a point now where the levels cost more than 500 XP now? That's crazy if so. Is she really that high level now? We actually might be true. I guess maybe it's at level 30 it overcaps? Yeah, I'm 32 and it's... Yeah, okay. We need a lot of XP to level now. It's going to be similar for her, I suppose, right? Yeah, okay. We finally at the point where leveling is really slow. We played a lot of missions here for sure. Let's go ahead and do, you know, class training real quick. We'll do more afterwards. Stutter, of course, is banned. Pre-compute is capped. Interference spike is capped. Downer is capped. Steamroll is capped. What I wanted out of Soldier is capped. So we now juice Rewind. Honestly, going from a 6 to a 4-turn cooldown is feelable. Might go into drone talents next. It's going to be, I think, mid to high 30s when my next talent point comes out. I want to say it's like 36 or something. 32 was the old level cap, by the way, at like either end of early access or early release. And it's been grown a little bit since there. What are you grabbing? You've already capped out Slash Slide. We grabbed what I wanted mostly from Soldier. Oh, I'm going to try big marker sites. I don't know if it's going to be any good, but we'll see what happens there. +1 for this boy. Could make fleeting better. This occasionally helps with having issues with, what's it called? What am I trying to say? Issues with brain. Come on, brain. Getting too much recoil. Although if I'm not going to go for leg surgery, I definitely want Iron Grip when I get the next level up. Or next talent cap, which I want to say is coming up soon. Alternatively, I don't really mind the +2 on Empty Lung. I'm going to go for the +2 on Empty Lung, actually. I think this makes the most sense to me. They are quite nice, but I definitely do enjoy how much recoup gives. Especially because it doesn't require you to, like, guess that you're going to last hit or not. I think it's just, like, it's almost just superior outright. Well, Soldier, who's really not really a sniper, but is really just a soldier. I got these capped out. I got this capped out. I'm leaving marker sites as a 1-pointer. I think I really want to stack... Oh, I guess I have to go all the way here to get the crit chance. The thing is, I want this too. I want to have the high crit chance my first attack. It is funny that I... Yeah, the thing is, I'm not one-shotting, so Quiet Kill is kind of useless. I think I overrated what Quiet Kill would be for me. I can either take these two nodes, I mean, these three or these three, right? If I take these three, I have a lot of move speed, which is nice, and I can take Empty Lung. It's kind of weird, but Quiet Kill is, like, not commonly going to be good for me. Nest definitely is, and I have to still play for talent cap. And I like what I've learned here. I don't really like Red Dot yet. Covering Fire doesn't feel needed, although definitely could be pretty cute. Debuffing the enemies is not a bad thing, by any means. I could move for Crosshair Lock, but... I mean, it might even be, like, the right choice. I mean, it probably is outright better than going for a Quiet Kill. Empty Lung, I think, doesn't make sense, to be honest. I think, realistically, a Quiet Kill is wrong, and I'm supposed to go for a Crosshair Lock. How many tokens do I have? Enough, I think. I have enough spare. Let's go for it. I'm going to lightly respec this, just to go Crosshair Lock again. But I'm still going to go for Nest. So, respec, add multi-class. That is going to be Sniper. In the Soldier tree, we're going to go and... still go there. Go here. In the Sniper tree, we go here. In the Soldier tree, to try to balance out the talent, we grab the top row, even though it's much worse than the bottom row. We still grab the Moose Speed because I can afford it. We grab all the AP printing. We grab all the free bonus damage. Now, to be fair, like, this damage is less important if I'm spamming an E-Rifle, just because E-Rifles have so little ballistic damage compared to how much pure damage they have. But the crit chance for 2 turns is still worth it. And it synergizes well with, like, retriggering Recoup, for example. So I've got Crosshair Lock. I can't imagine the 2 recoil and 10 ballistic as pure is great here. Spending 4 points for the 25 crit chance is not a terrible idea, to be, like, completely honest about this. I should really give it some actual consideration. I don't know. I'm going to have to go... What, I go at 28, 29, and then 30 is the +2. And so for now, I just say Crosshair Lock is free and gives me... Sure, let's do this. This might not be the best idea, but I'm going to start here. And then I'm going to do 28, 29, 30. And then eventually, probably not go for cooldown, but I'll grab the extra stuff here. And then maybe start getting, like, plus charge. Yeah, and, like, go for the plus charge here, something like that. I think Ness is a really good combat talent, even if you only get it for 1 turn. It's amazing if you get it for multiple turns. Anyway, Vanguard levels up. I consistently forget what I wanted. I think I was capping out this thing. So 50% more damage on the Power Slice, and then 3-turn cooldown. We'll see if I can get some fun out of that. Still looking for ways to get more crit chance so that Whisper Kill can look good. That's a little bit more difficult, though. Well, the team is trained. We can't play Time Forward because Governance Dust Up is going to fail, and we don't want to fail that. Although I'm 90% sure that I can play Time Forward, make their Detox finish, and that would be fine. I believe I have nobody who's waiting for a hype break. Because everyone else is like, yeah, you guys are sitting in like the train or whatnot. There is a chance you would give me a Rook Tech Black Site, but I have several who would already give me that. Your X-Rook and I believe the Vanguard explicitly has the tag. So no reason to rush this because these tags just aren't really relevant here. No one else has come to talk to me about this yet, as far as I know. CPU spike. Scissors camping. Oh, right. I was going to hire her. We'll do that at the end of this. Okay. So let's go back to whatever regular sorting here. Level 18 hacker. She is well under everyone else, as we had already unlearned. What's it called? She is a Kemco deserter. There's a chance that she actually... there's like actually a Kemco raid. It's possible. I don't know for sure. But... I'd say I can't talk to you directly. I've got to talk in the... we have to talk to you. It's in a Coffin Hotel, awaiting your decision. Welcome to the team. You're lucky to have Katana as your sister, and that she's valuable around here. So level 18. Pretty happy with the background traits here. Probably send her on a decent amount of legwork, because legwork does generate hype. Also comes in at very high loyalty, because, unsurprising, I believe her loyalty... Oh yeah, her also... We capped her hype just now. Right, she was not hype capped. Now she got it. I believe we got a loyalty boost from that as well. I don't believe she was at 90. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't. So that's nice. We get like family, of course. And we can start boosting things like Born Infiltrator to get even less skipjack burn. I don't know when these break point, but... Vala is, yeah, 3 hype away from breaking. And with loyalty 60, there's always a chance that there's something for this. Don't know for sure. You are honestly a reasonably useful combatant. You don't have any like negative traits here. Yeah, hard stop is only matrix and sleuth is not combat, but I can basically free respec you, and at some point in time we'll figure out what I want to give you. But I'm probably going to multi-class you into either soldier or sniper to use your tech to crit people, and that's either going to be, you know, sniper rifle crit damage, or it's going to be, you know, triggering like recoup. Anyway, not much else to bring up. I'm going to safety save because I'm pretty sure, and if I fail this, I'll just load the save, but I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to run this time, but I guess I don't want to. And the primary reason is, devs have said the next update comes out for me tomorrow, or for you within, I don't know, 3 hours of this video going live, and if it updates things, you know, there's like a new map or something, right? This might be on a new map or something like that, so... might skip this only because it's not that important as a pure combat mission, though running 5 mercs means I can try to generate more hype, so we'll see. This, of course, is going to be due at some point, and we'll run the 2-parter to do what we can, and drop Diato off to ratify stuff with our boy. And then this one, I'll try to have him limit break first if I can help it, but bumping Gamma Clinic treatments is useful. Gamma Clinic 3 gives me the rank 4 Cyber Spine, which means I can get 0.5 AP and put even, like, it increases the number of armors I can wear and have 7 permanent AP. That's still going to be my goal for my roster overall. So that'll do it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.